Okay, raise your hand if you have ever thought that you are developing early onset Alzheimer's because of brain fog or memory changes that you started to experience in the perimenopausal phase or in the menopausal transition. So allow me to introduce you to Jane. Jane is a vibrant woman in her mid-40s. She is a devoted mother, a successful professional, and an enthusiastic traveler, a patient of ours. And lately, she has been feeling like she has kind of a stranger in her house. Jokingly together, we call her Peri or perimenopausal. And Jane, oftentimes she tells me how she finds herself kind of walking into rooms, and when she gets into the room, she looks blankly around, unable to really recall what in the world she came there for. Has this ever happened to you? Or have you ever done that where you're sure you know a word, but you can't quite grab it? I totally get it. I hear this all the time, and it's hard to not feel frustrated and kind of anxious about what your brain is or isn't doing, and it makes you kind of start to wonder what's happening here. So what Jane and literally countless other women like her, and maybe that's you too, are experiencing is not merely forgetfulness or a strange lap in concentration. It's really a complex interplay of hormonal changes, neurotransmitter imbalances, and lifestyle factors, all kind of converging during this transformative phase of life we affectionately call peri. So let's dive into this menopausal brain fog mystery over the next 10 to 15 minutes. We're going to look at where in the world this is coming from, and most importantly, explore really empowering ways to get your mental clarity back, to address really the true root cause so that we can move you from hormonal crazy town to happy hormonal balance. And yes, I promise you it is possible. So let's talk about why this occurs. During menopause, there is a decline in hormonal levels. I mean, when you go into peri-post menopause, as women, we're not supposed to keep those dials of hormones high enough to procreate humans. They're supposed to naturally start to decline. And as they naturally start to decline, there needs to be a balance to that. It's kind of a dance with what the body does, because the reproductive hormone dials go down. The adrenal glands are supposed to step up and really become the superhero. So this can affect your neurotransmitter balance. It can lead to cognitive symptoms like memory lapses, difficulty concentrating, and additionally, it can really mess up your sleep. It can cause these terrible things called hot flashes and night sweats, which can further really kind of screw up brain function. So brain fog tends to really peak during perimenopause when hormone fluctuations are really the most dramatic. And most women, or many women, report experiencing that intense brain fog really during this transitional phase. And sometimes it can go as far as affecting just really simple menial tasks or important details. I've even had somebody say, I looked at a family member of mine and like couldn't grab that person's name. I know how scary this can be. We just have to start to look at where these things are coming from versus jump to conclusion that it is Alzheimer's or dementia. So there are several different ways that we can really approach brain fog and your brain health during menopause, and I'm going to walk you through each one. So let's talk about food, and let's really look at food as fuel for your body. I want you to go heavy on whole foods that are rich in vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. This includes things like fruits and vegetables and organic, non-GMO whole grains, even lean proteins, healthy fats. We're gonna limit those processed foods, the things that are really in the middle of the grocery store. Let's stick to the outside of the grocery store. I want you to ditch the sugary snacks. I know that sugary buzz is lovely, but I promise you, especially when it comes to menopause, it is not worth the backlash. We're also going to get rid of refined carbohydrates. I want you to start to really hydrate your body by drinking plenty of water throughout the day. So the rule of thumb is whatever you weigh, divide it in half and make sure you're getting that many ounces of pure H2O on a daily. There was a study that was actually done in the Journal of Menopause. It found that a Mediterranean style diet, so we're talking a lot of fruits and vegetables, organic whole grains, healthy fats, was associated with a lower risk of menopausal symptoms, including those cognitive issues. The other thing I want you to really think about is moving your body. It is shown that you are going to age your body and age your brain if you are not moving. So things like walking, jogging, swimming, cycling, that actually does improve blood flow to the brain. And it's really important, ladies, hear me when I tell you, you need to be using strength training exercises. This not only supports your brain health, but it's overall physical health, and it's critical when it comes to your metabolism. So if you're wondering, why am I exercising more and I'm doing all this aerobic exercise, but you've really pushed strength training on the back burner or decided it's not for you, I want you to start to pick up those weights and take advantage of that. Bonus, this is going to strengthen your bones as well. So we are going to aim for 30 minutes of moderate to intense exercise most days of the week. It is better if you just make that a part of your daily habit. Do you brush your teeth? You also move your body. So it should just be a part of your daily routine. There was a research study published. I am not sure I'm saying this correctly, but it was journal Maturitas. It suggests that regular physical activity, aerobic exercise can improve brain function and reduce menopausal symptoms, including that brain fog. Let's get rid of it. So your Z's, let's get your Z's. You need to establish really a consistent sleeping schedule and prioritize a minimum of 7 hours of sleep. 7 to 9 is the secret sauce, and that's what you really want to be getting on a consistent basis. Your body has circadian rhythms, meaning it wakes up in the morning and goes to bed at night. And the more consistent you are with AM and PM routines, the more your body starts to understand that, and it says, oh, now it's time for me to wind down. Oh, now it's time for me to rev up and get going for the day. Find a routine that you really like a relaxing bedtime routine. What I like to do is at night, turn the overhead lights off, turn your lamps on, light a candle, get away from your devices at least 1 hour before you go to bed. So no TVs, no social media, no sitting on your phone. Use that last hour before you go to bed to really do a lot of self-care and pamper yourself. That could be reading a book. That could be playing a game with your family. That could be simply journaling about how your day went. It's part of those AM and PM routines are part of finding things that really give you joy and things that you like. So there was a study that was published in Menopause that found that poor sleep quality was associated with increased severity of menopausal symptoms, including cognitive impairment, improving sleep hygiene, and addressing sleep disturbance. As it quotes in this journal, it's going to help alleviate brain fog during menopause. The other thing I want to talk about, a couple more things, stress reduction techniques, really practicing mindfulness type meditation, deep breathing exercises, or even yoga can reduce stress and promote relaxation. And the more stressed we are, remember when you're stressed out and you're go, 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 and you're doing, you're going to release stress hormones, and those stress hormones can negatively impact your other hormones. So again, engage in activities that bring you joy, help you really enjoy your day, unwind from the world as a whole, even just putting music on in the background, gardening, getting out in nature. It's really important even first thing in the day to try to get some sun on your eyes. So open up those shades, better yet, walk outside even just for 4 minutes can make a difference when it comes to stress reduction. There is also a lot of benefit from seeking support from a therapist, a counselor, a coach. If you're struggling, they're gonna help you explore coping strategies for managing stress. So it's not, seeing somebody doesn't mean necessarily anything's wrong, but it helps you just manage your mind. There was a research study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, and that suggests that mindfulness-based stress reduction techniques can reduce perceived stress and improve cognitive function in menopausal women. This is worth your time. Herbal remedies. Some herbs and supplements, they can help alleviate the symptoms of brain fog in menopause really overall. These include black cohosh. It is known for its potential to relieve menopausal symptoms, including brain concerns, cognitive issues. Ginkgo biloba, it can enhance cognitive function and memory. Sage, beautiful herb. You can cook with it, but it has been traditionally used to support brain health and memory. And evening primrose, which contains GLA that helps to actually balance out your hormone levels. So when it comes to herbs though, please hear me when I say it's important to consult with a healthcare provider before just going to a big box store or the grocery store or Whole Foods or somewhere and just starting to pick up these things thinking, well, if this can help someone, it's going to help me. Especially if you are taking medications or if you have underlying health conditions, you really need to talk to a healthcare provider, somebody that works with these things all the time, that understands what you can take, you should take, how to take it, and when to take it. So there was a systemic review published in that journal that's called Maturitas. It evaluated the efficacy of various herbal remedies for menopausal women, including, again, cognitive issues. So we do need more research on these things, especially research on herbs like black cohosh, ginkgo biloba and sage, but right now the results that we see are really promising. And I will tell you, aside from journals, in my own office, we help patients with this all the time. Going through pre, peri, post menopause shouldn't be a ball and chain, and it's definitely not a life sentence until you get all the way through it. You can maximize the way your hormones are working, and it can be a transition versus a total disaster. The other thing, brain boosting activities are huge. This is a muscle, ladies. You've got to use it or it can affect how well it functions over time. So I'm talking about things like puzzles, crosswords, Sudoku, even learning a new skill or hobby. I'm telling you, learn a new language. I work every day on learning Spanish and I'm having a blast with it. So there's a lot of free apps that you could easily put on your phone that you could listen to while you drive like I do. And again, you can learn a new language that would serve you in a lot of ways. Also, practicing mindfulness, kind of present moment awareness can really enhance focus and concentration. And please stay socially active by connecting with your friends, your family, community groups. It helps to maintain and really exercise that cognitive function, like learning a new language, and it promotes emotional well-being. If you have never seen the show Blue Zones, watch that. Every single one of these people that live over the age of 100, they're very mindful. They take great care of their body. They're totally staying socially active and engaged. So don't take my word for it though. Research proves this too. It was the Journal of Aging research. It suggests that engaging in mentally stimulating activities such as the puzzles, games, or lifelong learning can really help to maintain cognitive function and reduce the risk of decline during menopause or beyond. I get this question all the time. What about bioidentical hormones? Should I take those? Some women may benefit from those, absolutely. Or even phytoestrogen-rich foods like soybeans, flax seeds, lentils, which those you need to make sure that they are organic. And obviously any sort of bioidentical hormone replacement, that has to be guided. You cannot be on those things for long. You need to understand the risk versus benefit ratio of those things, and if you need it. Remember, we're not supposed to just forever be artificially elevating hormones that your body is trying to decrease the dial on those, and it's a dance that you can help your body do much smoother. So remember, there are individual responses to even natural remedies. They can vary, and it's really important to consult a healthcare provider before making any significant changes with new supplements or lifestyle changes, but that's especially if you have any sort of underlying health conditions or are taking certain medications. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Please like this video, subscribe below. What that does is that tells YouTube that you want to see more videos like this, and it allows you to get a notification every time I post a video. So it's been my pleasure to be here. Thanks again. Have a wonderful day, and here's to happy, healthy hormones.